If someone tells you that they have all the answers in life, oh, including me, make sure you run far, far away. But that being said, today we're going to talk about something that is actively changing my life. And it's really just one mindset shift. But before I get into that, I got to tell you about how I even got to this and why it's even necessary for me and possibly necessary for you. And we're going to do it while I'm driving. Because I'm making a YouTube video every single day. A long form YouTube video just like this one that goes at least 10 minutes every single day. And sometimes it's going to be me in the car, just driving around, cruising. Right now I'm on the way to the basketball court. I'm going to play some basketball. For those of you who don't know, I'm a professional basketball player. And that doesn't mean you should listen to me more. Unless you want to become a professional basketball player, professional athlete, or feel like there's actually something you can learn from me, right? Just my status and my title alone doesn't mean much, because that could be the result of a lot of different things. Does it mean that I have to work hard? Maybe. Does it mean that I've invested a lot of time into what I'm doing? Maybe more than you, but maybe I've had more access to facilities or more access to training or. So with that disclaimer, that long disclaimer out of the way, I want to get into the topic. My mindset when it comes to especially money, and before this, it was social media and going viral and getting eyes on my creative works. Because outside of basketball, anything creative, and I think that might be what draws me to the game of basketball, anything creative lights me up. Whether it be filmmaking, whether it be drawing, even though I'm not that good at it, whether it be writing. I'm a published author. I've published 2 novels, and I'm this close to finishing my 3rd novel and getting that one published. Anything creative lights me up, right? So that was the thing before. Making videos on YouTube, wanting them to go viral, struggling in that process. My brother and I, we had one video that we made for a school project. It randomly blew up and went viral. For our definition of the word on YouTube, it's, I think, at 65,000 views. That's a good deal of views, especially because it was just a school project that we posted. Yeah, I mean, we put effort into it. Yeah, it was well done. But at the same time, there were other videos that we posted afterward that we thought, hey, in terms of the intentionality behind it, those were better videos. Maybe the equipment wasn't as good, and that might be what the limiting factor was, right? So just sharing some of my struggles right now, financially, me promoting the things that I've created, right? Because you've never heard of my books. The Master of Gaia series, you've never heard of those, right? You haven't heard of my clothing brand, the Einfach brand. You just haven't. Exists close to a decade in some cases, that even this YouTube page, right? I'm taking the steps right now to build a YouTube page, a YouTube community that I can communicate just like this with. Share my thoughts, share the stuff that I'm working on, right? And right now, that's one of the major things that I'm working on every single day, along with book 3 in the Master of Gaia series, along with another book that I completed the manuscript for. It's called Becoming Yourself. That's secret information, so keep that under wraps. But if you're watching this video, I'm going to reward you with that. Becoming Yourself, it's a book where I talk about the topics that I talk about on this page, right? More self-help topics, more my personal journey, more the stuff that I've learned in the different things that I've been able to do in my life, and what I'm learning currently in the things that I continue to want to do. So, money, right? This isn't a finance page. You might look at the bio and read that it says, teaching you to become wealthy in a world that has forgotten what wealth is, right? I put that there intentionally because your mind, when it goes to wealth, is probably money. We all want money. We all understand that we need money. Some of us understand it, but run from that fact and say, money is the root of all evil. That's not what this video is about. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to talk about that. What I am going to talk about is the fact that in my life, I understand the more money I have, the more I can help you. The more I can help the people around me in this community that I'm driving in right now. The more, when I go back to Europe to play basketball, I can make possible for me and my family, for the people closest to me, for the people who are around me there. That I know to be a fact. How it applies to your life, you have to decide. And this doesn't just apply to money. For me, there are many things. Let's take my books, for example. I would love to give my books away for free. But what is the dominant thought in my mind when I think about giving away 1,000 books for free? I can't afford that. I can't afford to do that. I don't have the money to do that. So guess what? When I challenge myself with this thought, or I have this idea, because I can't control getting the idea, just like I couldn't control getting the idea to the book, to write the book. I couldn't control that. That came to me based on a lot of different experiences. A lot of things came together, a lot of experiences, right? I got a little bit of inspiration here. This happened in this series that I would do a little bit differently. I don't like how this book ended. What if it would have gone like this? Man, this movie is really cool. I like how they did this and this. All those different things came together to form the idea for my book series, right? So it's happening to you. When you get an idea, it's happening to you. Our brains are powerful, right? I believe that. Our subconscious minds are powerful. I believe that. At the same time, inspiration is one of these magical things in the world. And those of you who work creatively understand it is an out-of-body experience sometimes. So, you get this idea. It's not in your control, right? It came kind of out of nowhere. Boom, drops from the sky. Hey, I should, add another thing. I should open a basketball gym where kids can come and train, where trainers can do their sessions, where pros can come and work out, where people can come and play at various levels and play against people who are going to challenge them and help them to work on different things basketball-wise. Right? This is not a basketball video, but it's a big part of my life. What is my initial thought? Man, I can't build a gym. I can't build a gym. I don't have 10 million laying around. I can't do it. What happens next? Is that an active response to me? In my being? Do I get sprung into action on that? Or do I say, well, I guess the time's not right? How many times have you said that in your life? Time must just not be right. The timing's not right. I have the idea, but the timing's not right. Are you going to wait for somebody to say, hey, you look like you have some pretty good ideas. Here's a bunch of money. Go make them happen. You might be waiting for a long, long time. A long, long time. So now you see, this isn't a money video. This isn't a basketball video. This isn't even a video about publishing your books. This is a video that applies to anything you can apply it to. So, what's the one mindset shift that is actively changing my life? That's what you clicked on to watch, right? You're probably like, this dude right here, he can talk. He's talking. He's not getting to the point. Bear with me. Because without context, none of this matters, right? Without what I just said previously, none of this matters. I can't afford that. I can't do that right now. The timing's not right. What if you shift that to this? How can I afford it? How can I afford to build this gym? Whoa. Now guess what you did? Because that idea, it came out of nowhere, right? It wasn't in your brain before. The idea for the gym wasn't in your brain before, and it poofed into your head, right? Let's say that's how ideas work. I know there's probably some more neuroscience behind it. I know for the people who are gonna go into the spiritual realm with it, I get it. Let's, for the sake of this video, not get into that conversation and stick with this, right? It pops into your head, right? Because neuroscience, God, all these different things, for most of us, it's beyond our comprehension, right? It's beyond what we can understand. So, boom, you get the idea. And you say, how can I make this happen? Whoa. What did you just open the door to? You opened the door to more ideas. You opened the door to more possibilities. If you say, right now I can't afford that, you close the door. Your brain says, okay, I don't need to form any more ideas. It's not urgent right now. That's something for later. Put that idea into the back of the mind and focus on the other stuff that's important. Focus on this truck that's coming in front of you right now, changing lanes. Right? I'm not getting cut off in traffic. I'm just saying that's what was happening in front of me. Somebody's changing lanes. That might be more important than the gym right now. So let me focus on that. But if you say, how can I afford this? You make this thing a priority. You make this thing a now thing instead of a later thing. Because nobody, I know that's a strong word and it's probably not true. For most of us, it's going to be true. There are always exceptions. That's why I say anybody who says they have the answer to everything or the exact answer to your question, run in the other direction, including me. I have the exact answer to most situations in my life. I'm still looking for answers. You're still looking for answers. I'm giving you my experience to help you to find the correct answer for you. With the people I coach, basketball wise, whoa, what in the world is going on? Basketball wise, my palms started sweating. Basketball wise and mindset wise, I don't know how that dude didn't see me. My goodness. Basketball wise and mindset wise, the people who I coach, the people who I work with, the people who I just talk to in this manner, I help them to answer the questions for themselves. I can give small basic fundamentals, right? But I'm helping you to find the answer to your issue. Because those are the things that are going to stick with you. Think about all the different stuff that we're taught in school. Hey, this is the answer to this question. This is the equation for this. This is this, right? You're always going to remember the things best that you discovered yourself. That's just how our minds work, at least in my experience. So when I'm helping other people, that's what I focus on. If you feel like people aren't listening to your advice, maybe try that out. Help them to give themselves advice, right? If they are giving themselves advice based on your guidance, through your guidance, with your guidance, you're going to be able to see people really apply what it is that you have up here. So, how is it possible? How can it be possible? For me, I see it's not possible for me right now. How can I make it possible? That's the one mindset shift. That's the thing that's changing my life actively. Because for the longest, I felt like, hey, I can't make YouTube videos every single day. I can't do that. There's editing, there's all kinds of stuff that I have to do. I have to make a description, I have to make tags, thumbnail. Guess what? We're almost 2 months into this. And I've made a YouTube video every single day. In Germany, in Washington, D.C., in Atlanta, Georgia, in Tennessee, all kinds of different places, all kinds of different locations. I've made a YouTube video, a long form YouTube video, every single day. I asked myself the right question. How can I make this possible? This is something I want to do. That want is not going to go away. That idea is not going to go away. My vision for this channel, that's not going to go away. That desire isn't going anywhere. You can put it in the back of your mind, but guess what? A desire that you put in the back of your mind and forget about and remember when it's too late is called a regret. A regret. It's a regret. You don't want to leave this life with any regrets. No. You want to live this life to the fullest. That's why you're here. So start asking yourself, how are these things possible? Whether it be money, whether it be writing your book, whether it be starting your YouTube channel, whether it be becoming an athlete, whether it be just getting into better shape. All of these things, this one shift applies to all those things. It might just be being a better friend. You might have a friend you feel like it's impossible to love them the way that you want to, the way you know they deserve to be loved. It might feel impossible to you. You say, I can't do that. I can't get along with this person. You want to, though. So ask yourself how it is possible. That's going to give yourself the best chance. That's going to give you the ideas and move your brain in the correct direction to start making that real. So I'm going to focus on this road because, my goodness, I almost had an accident on camera because a dude just, I don't know. He didn't see me driving, I guess. The fabled SD card strikes again. The camera cut off. But before I leave you, the playlist to the entire series of videos is going to be here. And the option to subscribe is going to be here. Always remember, the best is yet to come. And I'll see you tomorrow or wherever you choose to see me next. Thanks for watching.